Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope everybody had a nice Monday and your week is off to a good start. Beautiful day here. Been getting errands done, getting a little bit of work done, and just finished up a workout a little while ago. And thought it would be a good time to do a video. So today I want to talk about the number one reason people fail on the raw vegan lifestyle. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you go down now and hit that subscribe button. Then be sure you click the little bell and check send notifications so you will stay subscribed to the channel. Yeah, now this reason is that, like I say, every video I do is just my opinion. I'm not an expert in any of this, and I don't claim to be. I like to try to inspire you to think. None of the videos I ever do should be taken in the vein of you should do this or this is how you do this. I just want you to always think for yourself, and that's why I do the type of videos that I do, because there's way too many people out there just telling you, you need to do this. This is the one true way. Never trust people when they tell you their way is the only way. I mean, that just like immediately like some sort of little warning sign goes up for me there. And I've talked about this a good bit lately, almost to the point probably some people are tired of it, about the nutrition and how I've been kind of like really on a mission, definitely a mission over the last year, and it just even keeps intensifying to get more and more nutrition into this lifestyle, because as I go, you know, I've been doing this thing for 8 years now. I think June was 8 years, so July, August, September, October, well into my 9th year now. And one of the things, like I said, I talk about a lot is I like to go back and check out, and it's not to throw shade at people or try to anything other than just to try to find information, try facts. And I can tell you, out of all the people through 8 years and 4 months or whatever it is that I have been doing this, and that I've been aware of other people doing this, which means being on social media, watching YouTube videos and the such, I can't say that I've ever seen somebody that left this lifestyle and usually they leave vegan completely. They're just like, oh no, the whole thing didn't work. They throw it all out. I've never seen anybody leave this lifestyle, leave a plant-based lifestyle that I couldn't be like, yeah, I understand why. I've never seen one that I went back through their material or went back and like really kind of dug into how they were eating or how they did this lifestyle and been perplexed. I mean, it's just always been there. I'm like, yeah, because you didn't focus on any nutrition. You were doing all this. And, you know, if it's somebody that's creating content, and I understand this because there's things that trend on YouTube. There's things that trend on social media. And when you create content, it's seductive to make your content, you know, kind of shaped to what's going to get the most eyes on it and what will be more exciting and what the algorithm will pick up. So a lot of times, a lot of the people that fail, a lot of the things you see them posting are this gimmicky bullshit. You know, they're doing another cleanse, or they're doing a 30-day challenge of this, and they're going to do this little thing and whatever. And when you go back and really dig, you like, it's just simply, and I'm some of the big people too, there just was no nutrition there. That's why you failed. The vegan lifestyle didn't fail you. A plant-based diet didn't fail you. Raw food even didn't fail you. What failed you was your lack of nutrition, because after a while your body just couldn't, all this stuff you were vibrating and, you know, and hey, no offense to our fruitarians out there. I've seen a few people that have done almost a complete fruitarian thing, but I just believe we need more in our diet. But like I say, once again, that's just me. And that's why I always kind of like try to, you know, share in the way that I do. And I even kind of encourage people, like, if I'm not your jam, go find somebody that is. Don't waste time online. Don't waste time online. I mean, I've been contemplating doing another channel where it would just be pure entertainment. Now, if you just like this crazy old wacky man for entertainment value, maybe I'll do another channel for entertainment. But in all seriousness, I like to put people where I think, you know, that's what they're looking for. That's where they will do the best. But the lack of nutrition. I got out my iPad because I wanted to go back through a couple of my books that I'm always recommending, or one of them I'm always recommending. The other one I don't recommend as much, although I like it a lot. and that is 80-10-10 by Douglas Graham, Dr. Douglas Graham, and Becoming Raw by Brenda Davis. Now, I know you've heard me mention Brenda Davis over and over and over, but I wanted to get it out and just kind of read, like I think people that do a raw food diet, I mean, Doug Graham is, I don't follow, and once again, when I mention people or when I mention any book particular, I don't follow anybody by the letter or you know, to a T. I take what I can use, but so I want to make it clear, I'm not a big proponent, I'm not like a follower of 80-10-10, like in all its different things that it does, but as far as like the 80-10-10 itself, there's so much practical information in there. Like I say, I'm not throwing it under the bus or qualifying it. I'm just saying, just to let you know, just FYI, I don't follow the 80-10-10 plan, but there's some amazing stuff in here. And I had to kind of go back and check and see even like just how exactly Dr. Graham broke it down, because I haven't read this one in a while and I go through a lot of stuff. But there's a lot of nutrition. That's the difference in 80-10-10 and a lot of other raw books out there. There's a lot of nutrition in here. He's got understanding the calorie-nutrient ratio. That's very important. Like how much nutrition are you getting in every calorie in every bite of your food? It breaks down the 80% carbohydrate, 10% protein, 10% fat. Although that's not like, that's just mainly the proponents of this diet, but that's good read too. There's just so much good stuff in here. People talk about having a hard time. Most people talk about, oh, I can't lose weight, but some people have issues gaining weight, stabilizing body weight, overcoming the challenges of going raw. A sample menu. It's just got much good, like actual nutrition in there. Now, Becoming Raw really digs down in there. I use Becoming Raw more as a reference tool than I do like that I've ever just sat down and read it cover to cover, because it can get pretty in depth, but it gets really down in there. A history of the raw food movement. That's not actual hard facts about the nutrition, but the raw report, scientific evidence to date, it's science. I like her because she likes science. In the chapter 4, I'm just reading the various chapters here. Why raw rocks, energy and power, carbohydrates. She gets into talking about carbohydrates, simple versus complex carbohydrates, fat. Gets into talking why do you keep your fat low? Where are your good sources of fat? Just the thoughts of fat on this lifestyle. She talks about vitamins and minerals, which a lot of people don't talk about. I'm sorry, there's certain things that you still need to take into account eating like this. It's not just all woo-woo, eat a few pieces of fruit, vibrate a little bit, and you're going to be good. You got to look into your nutrition. So yeah, she's got a whole chapter on the vitamins, whole chapter on the acid-base balance, bones and minerals, the great enzyme controversy, food safety. There's a lot of good stuff in there that she a lot of the questions that people have. Can you eat this raw, or should you do this, or should you do that? She'll deal with that kind of stuff. But nutrition, and that's the biggest reason you'll succeed, and that's the biggest reason you'll fail. Now, once again, and yeah, I say that with absolute certainty, 100% certainty. Now, I'm not saying that I have the formula down. I'm not saying, oh, if you eat exactly like me, you'll have it. I'm sure I've got 2 years from now, there'll probably be something new that I've learned, but that's always going to be my journey. That's always going to be my path. I'm a seeker. I want to know. I don't care about being right. I'm not doing even though I do a YouTube channel and I'm, on Instagram a lot and I do a lot of social media, I'm not here to be right, or I'm not here to be the chosen one or the anointed one. I'm here to seek. I'm here to find new things myself, and I'm here to share those things with you. Because there's just too many people out there, and I'm not a leader. I'm just point people in certain directions, because there's a lot of leaders out there that are more focused on themselves as the leader than they are in the message, and they get just a little too caught up in personality and ego, and I don't want that to ever be the reason right there. So I've talked to a number of people that do raw, and people that do it differently than me, have different philosophies on it than me, whatever. But I think one thing that everybody that I tend to take, that I respect and I take information from, will agree that lack of nutrition is what leads to failure on here. So, something to think about. If maybe you've stumbled into this and you failed on this lifestyle before. Maybe you're even pissed off at the raw vegan lifestyle, because that's another one too. When people don't get the results they want, they get angry. I've seen some of these ex-vegan videos, and the one thing that I notice in them is they're always angry. This damn this vegan, this raw stuff, it just messed me up. It did blah, blah, blah. And you're like, why so mad, cuz? I mean, so in all seriousness, if you're somebody who has struggled on this lifestyle, if you're somebody that's left this lifestyle, go back in and really evaluate yourself. And that's why, and I've never done it because I just eat food. I've not needed to, but I would. If you struggle on this lifestyle, you must keep a journal. You must write down what you eat, because then you can go in and you can troubleshoot. How many times have you heard me say that? If it's written down in front of you and you're getting very detailed into amounts, times, all that kind of stuff, you can troubleshoot. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. You go in, you're like, okay, that's what it was. So let's go, okay, I'm writing down in my journal, this isn't working out for me. Maybe you've done it 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever. If it's not working out for you, now let's go back in there and let's figure out why. Is there any nutrition in there? What's the nutrition that you've got in there, and what is the nutrition that you are missing? I wrote down a couple of things. I did a search on Amazon before I did this video, because I recommend these things sometime, and I know people, different finances out there, and I can't just willy-nilly say you need to spend money on this. But if you're going to do this lifestyle, this is a lifestyle where a little bit of money you're going to have to spend, probably put some coin out there, because there's just things you need to learn. But just for reference sake, both of these books I just talked about, you can get the Kindle version of them for $9.99 each, both Becoming Raw and 80-10-10. I just checked them on Amazon like 5 minutes before I started to do this video. So you're talking about, for $20 right there, $20. You've got two. I keep them, like I say, I've had both of those a long time, and they're just like, they're here and they're referenced, because if I'm looking up something real quick, I can usually go through that table of contents where I was just reading from there and find something to get my answer from, or I can find something on my nutrition question. So, I mean, think of it. That's $20. That's $20 right there to have, like, basically you've got an encyclopedia. Back in the day, I heard a podcaster talking the other day. He's old like me. He remembers encyclopedias. Some of you young folks out there have no clue what I'm talking about, encyclopedias. But, they used to come and sell you a whole set of those things for like $400, $500, $600. And back in the 70s, that was a lot of money. For $20, you got two of the best reference books you could ever have in your life for this lifestyle. So if you struggled on this lifestyle, if you've maybe popped into this video and you don't even do this lifestyle anymore, just give that a little bit of thought. And maybe if you're struggling, as I always like to say, and I like to use my sports analogies, drop back and punt. There's no shame, and even if you need to go back and eat a little bit more cooked food or work some things out, it's about how we feel. It's about our health. It's about the long term. It's that long game. It's not about what can we do in a month. You can do some sort of a challenge and lose 25 pounds and everybody's going to clap and tell you what a good person you are, how good you did. That's not going to sustain you. It's a long, long thing, and you have to think like that. And I've been thinking like that, and I think like that even more so each year, because I'll tell you, and I'll finish with this, what scares me are these stories I hear from people about the guy that's been doing this lifestyle for 10 or 11 years, and then all of a sudden they have some sort of a health concern. Like a health concern related to what they've been eating. So I don't want the diet. I don't want this lifestyle to ever be able to I can't eat this anymore because I haven't included enough of this and my health isn't good enough. So I'm always going to be seeking, and I'm always just going to try to share as much relevant stuff as I can with you guys and try and point you in the right direction, because it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about that information. It's about eating more and more good stuff. and getting the best nutrition that our bodies can have. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again later this week. Peace.